Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Woo, it's been a minute. Here we go. Space girl, show me the stars. Okay, so a lot of time has passed since I have updated. I think I'm just gonna jump right into the current situation because there's no point in dealing or faking or rehashing the past. I have returned because I finally feel like I have unlocked the magic key of my finances. Okay. Let me first just show you where I'm at, and then I'll talk more about what I mean. Okay, I kind of feel like this is a rebirth of my channel, of my journey. You know what's crazy is I realized that 5 years ago, a couple of days ago, what is today? August 12th. I think it was 5 years ago on August 10th is when I posted my very first cash stuffing video. And I cringingly watched it. It was so cringy. But what was crazy is I had this realization of, oh my gosh, 5 years does not sound like that much time to me, but I feel like I have lived 50 lifetimes since then, and so much has changed. Literally everything has changed, and it's changed a million times. I have made so much growth and progress that is so tangible that I didn't realize until I put that in perspective of where I was 5 years ago versus now. Absolutely mind-blowing. So I am so grateful for that journey, and I'm so grateful for everything that I've done in the past, the cash stuffing I've done, the tracking I've done, the, savings challenges I've done, the vaults I've started, sinking funds, all that. And like I said, I feel like this is such a total rebirth because, again, everything has finally clicked for me. So let's just start with where I'm at debt-wise. So my student loans are going to be forgiven after 50 more payments, which seems like a lot, but it's 4 years and a month. So I'm not working towards that anymore, than just my minimum monthly payment because there's really no point. I'm going to be saving over $8,000 with that forgiveness. My auto loan is going to be paid off in 4 years and 9 months. I have a credit card loan that will be paid off in 2 years. This is very recent. I'll explain. And then fence loan for our new house, 1 year and 8 months. Window loan, 4 year and 9 months. Okay. So everything I owe debt-wise are loans. The credit card loan, I finally had a realization just over a month ago where I kind of had this moment of, I realized my debt cycle / this perpetual, it's going to keep happening. It all stemmed from my perspective and viewpoint on spending. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. So I got rid of all of my credit cards. I took out a low interest rate loan to pay off my balances, and I'll be done with it in 2 years. And I'm just completely done with credit cards at this point, which is awesome. It's been so freeing and insane to feel the amount of your money. Is that the saying? To feel the value of money, which sounds so ridiculous, but when you use credit cards all the time, you do not feel that same value. Okay, so anyway, fence loan, like I said, also this does not include my mortgage. That does not equate here. That's just a forever thing, right? Like 30 years is a long time. Fence loan, we had to get a fence for our house for the dogs, and window loan, we don't talk about that. Okay, that's my debt. Okay, so here is what I'm currently using to track my spending and allocate my paychecks. In the past, I used cash stuffing binders. Then even after I was done cash stuffing, I still used the binders as my trackers. That is no longer the case. At the beginning of this year, I was like, you know what? This all feels very Stone Age, and I want to do something online. So my wife made me this. So this is all of August. It's currently August 12th. And so here's where all of my spending has come from. I can categorize it. It'll show the percentages and amounts in this chart. I'm kind of shook that it's August 12th and I've already spent $150 on gas, but I do, as you can see, lots of pet sitting. So that is just kind of to be expected, especially in the summer. But it's been nice to kind of see exactly where my money is going and not wonder how all of my variable ends up getting spent. Another hard rule that I've had for myself is that savings is a priority. So I've been putting fur baby money into my savings, leftover variable. And it's funny how before I had $0 in my savings account. In the video that I posted for the first time ever 5 years ago, I literally said I have no money in my savings account. And 1 month ago, I found myself in the exact same boat. I had no money in my savings account. And I'm like, what are these habits that are perpetuating this cycle of I have debt and I have no savings? And it all comes down to my spending. I make enough money where I can save, and I'm just recklessly spending on things that I don't need, on fast food, on groceries that look good in the moment, on clothes, on beauty products. Like it's out of control. So getting rid of my credit cards was the best thing I could ever do. It's been over a month now, and I'm so proud of myself. The amount that I have spent is so minimal compared to what I would usually spend. And then when I would run out of variable, I'd put it all on my credit card. So, just to clear some things up, I had been getting my lashes done. My last appointment is this Sunday, and that's going to be my last one because, again, I'm trying to cut everything. I really have no money to work with, as you'll see. So lashes will be gone. I ate out 4 times so far. Those 2 coffee charges, honestly, I planned them. They needed to happen in my own world. I'm not mad about that. And the Jimmy John's and the Taco Bell were both days where I was working way later than I anticipated, was starving. It was kind of like do or die. So again, not worried about that because the rest of the days I have planned and like brought my own food. So again, no worries there. All right, so spending and savings aside, here is how I currently budget. So this is per paycheck. This is my first paycheck of August. As you can see, my income is $1,931.52. My bills, I kind of have a breakdown over here on what comes out monthly and then what that equates to per check. So my bills show up there, which means my variable is here. Anything I had left over in my variable when I get paid, I am putting towards savings. So you can see that reflected over here. And then I'm left with this much money for 2 weeks. And that includes all of my variable spending. So you can see how important it is to get tips from my pet sitting jobs, my pet sitting jobs in general, which I put some of the money, over in my income category because I needed things today, like my cat had to go to the vet and my car needed maintenance. But whenever I can, I'm putting it over into savings. Anyway, so what's cool about this is that if it's paid, it turns green. If my wife has added money, it'll turn purple. I can check down here for like utilities and whatnot. Like it's pretty cool. And it keeps me up to date on what my balance in my checking account actually reflects. So that's pretty cool. All right, enjoy my pantry while I yap for this last part. So my mindset shift has really moved to I have everything I need, and the things that I need to buy are absolute necessities. And here's what I mean by that. I, typically have just kind of been like, ooh, I like that, I'm gonna get it. When it comes to groceries, when it comes to clothes, when it comes to beauty products, when it comes to, home decor or home goods, cooking utensils, like if I want it, in the past I've gotten it. And so my mindset now is I'm only buying things when I absolutely need to. I'm planning out meals and buying the ingredients for them. Nothing more, nothing less. I am evaluating, okay, I have to take my cat to the vet. How much money is that going to be? Let me make sure I have enough. I have to go get my oil changed and my tires rotated and blah, blah, blah. Let me make sure I have enough. I'm going out pet sitting all day and I'm not going to be able to stop for lunch, or I don't want to stop for lunch. Let me pack a lunch. So I have been very mindful. I have been very mindful to prepare myself for situations where I could easily spend money, the biggest one being out and about, and just simply not spending it, because that's not who I am anymore. Wow, literally nothing in the fridge. That's not who I am anymore. I don't want to be spending money every single day. And you know what's crazy is now that I'm not spending money every single day, I feel it. I used to just kind of like spend every single time I left the house in some way, shape, or form. I didn't even realize it. And now that I'm not spending money, I'm like very hyper aware of it. It's insane. So I guess you're getting a mini house tour, honestly. Welcome to my kitchen. Anyway, so long story short, let me sit you down. I am like a brand new person, truly, entirely. Okay, I thought maybe my coffee bar area would be better to look at, but truly, entirely, like, I am a different person. I have been doing so well spending wise. My number one concern is to save as much money as possible. So I have a savings, an emergency savings. I can have money on hand if shit hits the fan. Because here's the thing. My whole philosophy, if shit hit the fan, was, doesn't matter, I have credit cards. And that's not the case anymore. I don't have them anymore. So it has to turn me into, I support myself and I have this emergency fund for relief if shit hits the fan. So I'm so happy to report that I have $850 in my savings account. Insanity. And I'm so excited to save money. That's the other cool thing. Like today I got to move some money into my savings account and I was like, yes, like I'm so hyped that I can actually do it. And what's crazy is like, I'm not making any more money than I was. Well, over the 5 years, yes, of course. But I'm not making any more money than I was a few months ago. But here's suddenly all this extra money that I can just scoot on over into savings. It's incredible. And it's so cool to see how much money you don't have to spend to live. Like, I have everything I need. Like, I look around my house and I just like look at all the stuff I have and I'm like, I have bought myself enough possessions to last me a lifetime. I have gone on enough trips and vacations to last me a lifetime. I have enjoyed such nice restaurants and bougie places that like I can take a break. And I think that's what's cool. You can look at this little guy now. I think that's what's cool is I finally feel like I'm in a place in my life where I can appreciate slowing down, not feeling like I'm missing out by not buying all these things. I look at my 20s and I look at my past and like I said, all the trips I've been on, all the experiences I've had, all the shit I've bought. And it's like, I don't have that same pull anymore. I think at one point it just kind of turned into this is what I do. And I recently bought a house with my wife and our 5 animals. And I am so happy to be here. It's incredible where we're at now financially. I'm just ready to like enjoy it, So it makes it a lot easier. Okay, I hope that wasn't too much of a yap, but I'll be back. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Say bye-bye.